Hello guys, Colonel Mini here.
There's no doubt that the Mosquito is a pretty awesome weapons delivery platform. But in today's video we're just going to be looking at single engine performance. In other words, when you lose an engine, how do you keep the thing flying? For more details, check out my older video, which explains the forces working against you when you're flying with one engine. Asymmetric thrust, drag, etc. And how to feather your prop, which reduces the drag from the spinning propeller. Or follow along here with me as we go through the single engine procedures for the Mosquito itself, so you can do amazing things like take off on one engine. And for those real pilots out there, no, it's not done by magic. In typical British fashion, although the left engine starts second, it's actually the first engine. So left is number one and right is number two. So let's have a look now at our general controls so we can manage our engines. Most people, like me, have a single throttle control for both engines. But for those pilots with no social life and a lot of disposable income, they'll generally have the dual throttle system. Otherwise, you need to use your keyboard functions. Mine is mapped simply 1 and 2 for engines 1 and 2. E is the default for engine on and off. And left control F is the feathering on and off. Another engine control that may be overlooked are the water radiators, which are either on or off, fully open or fully closed. With Techno Chat on, when you select engines 1 or 2, the information will be on the right hand side. In this example, I select both engines 1 and 2, press E to shut both engines off, and then press Ctrl F to feather them both. So without TechnoChat, you can see the RPM gauges reducing to tell you that the feathering is in play. And when it reaches 0, the prop should stop. Restarting your engines must be done in the reverse process. You'll just have to play around with it. I'm trying to restart here. The problem is the engines are still feathered and it won't start while they're feathered, so you have to unfeather them. Engine selection can be a bit finicky. And without TechnoChat on, you might be getting into trouble if you don't know how to operate the buttons when you need them. Pressing once may say no engine selected, pressing it twice will say select engine 1. So in shutting down the number 1 engine, look at the TechnoChat on the right. And watch how the left-hand RPM starts to come down to 0. So now your prop is fully feathered, giving you minimal drag on the left side. The good engine is actually trying to push us sideways, creating more airframe drag. So the next thing we need to do is to make sure our turn and slip indicator is centered. And now to restart, unfeather the prop and add the power. And as we feather the second engine, the right one, we have to make sure that we counteract the anticipated yaw. The turn and slip indicator, that is the bottom arrow. What the top arrow indicates is that we are slipping into the turn to the left, also creating drag. Once you have the aircraft under control and flying properly, then we do some more engine management. Ensure the radiators and cowl flaps are open on the good engine and make sure they're closed on the dead engine. With both needles on the turn and slip indicator centered, you'll be slightly left wing down towards the good engine. In the previous Mosquito video, we practiced stalls in different configurations to see how the aircraft would handle. I highly recommend that you practice stalls and those configurations with one engine and see if you can maintain control. Provided you keep your speed up in the approach and the landing, it's not normally a problem. But the most difficult thing to do single engine is called the single engine go around. It's when you're in this configuration, flaps and gear down, creating the most drag, that you have to add the power and climb up and abort the landing. You can see how it pulls over to the right. Now we need to get the gear up to get rid of that drag. We need to raise the flaps to 20 degrees and could keep the ball centered, stop us slipping and sliding. Here's another view of that same go-around. As I add full power for the go-around, I fail to anticipate exactly how much power is in that engine. I need to control that the next time. But that's what we're doing this for, to learn how to fly the aeroplane. So the more you practice, the better you'll be, and the more relaxed you'll be when you're actually under pressure. Oh, damn and blast. I say, be a good chap, George. Hold my tea, would you? Just enough time to get home for a round of cricket, I think. And finally, let's land this puppy and see how she does. I'm going to choose a no-flap landing just because. I'm also planning to do a wheel landing, which means landing on the two main gear. To do that, you need to keep flat, keep your speed up, and keep the power up. And so wheels down, we're actually landed. And now for the coup de grace. We're going to take off again. But this will only work if you keep your speed above 120, otherwise you won't be able to maintain level flight. And don't forget to check this video out for more details. Cheers. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Practice this stuff in every twin that you want to fly.
As always, if you've enjoyed this video, found it helpful, please like it or subscribe. Or if there's another topic you'd like me to cover, please leave a comment. Thank you, guys.